A major volcanic eruption has just occurred, causing the Lewotobi volcano in Indonesia to produce an explosion so loud that it was easily heard more than 180 kilometers or 112 miles from its source. This powerful blast occurred during the night at 10:56 p.m. local time on March 20, 2025, capping what had been 24 hours of rapidly escalating activity. As the plug at the Lewotobi volcano blew, thousands of lava bombs were ejected high into the air, which occurred alongside a shockwave, and a sustained plume of ash rapidly shot upwards. This eruption plume rapidly formed a mushroom cloud, rising to an altitude of 16,154 meters or 53,000 feet. However, since part of this sustained eruption column contained materials too heavy to rise on a buoyant column of hot air, it collapsed back to the ground, generating several hundred degrees Celsius pyroclastic flows which raced outwards in multiple directions, incinerating everything they touched. While it is still too early to determine the extent that these pyroclastic flows reached, it appears that the longest pyroclastic flow traveled towards the northeastern sector, reaching at least 3 kilometers or 1.9 miles away from the summit of Lewotobi's erupting Laki-Laki cone. As the sustained eruption continued, the eruption plume largely drifted towards the west, causing fairly large amounts of basaltic andesite ash and lapilli to fall on large swaths of Flores Island. This sustained eruption plume only lasted for around 30 minutes, but because of its characteristics would be best classified as a subplinian eruption with a volcanic explosivity index of a 3. While we do not yet know the extent of the damage which occurred, eruption comparison, the good news is that it currently seems unlikely that any new structures were significantly damaged that weren't already by the deadly November 3rd and 4th eruption that threw up to car-sized lava bombs as much as 11 kilometers to the northwest, or its November 7th eruption which produced more significant pyroclastic flows. Here is a quick reference of the eruption plume heights from the three major 2024 subplinian eruptions. As you can see, today's eruption ranks in as the second largest of the group. While some people had returned to their homes since the major 2024 blasts, there have thankfully not been any new confirmed casualties so far, due in part to the rapidly expanded exclusion zone and evacuations before the large explosion occurred. The timeline eruption sequence for these series of events was as follows. For more than a month, the Lewotobi volcano had been erupting at a moderate intensity, producing intermittent explosive eruptions, but this changed just before midnight on March 19. An escalation in volcanic tremor then occurred, as it appears that a plug formed in the volcano's magma conduit, blocking gas and magma which started building in pressure as it attempted to break through the overlying